pack.
Holy shit! A real fucking icebox!
There is no spoon.
What's wrong?
Seriously? Auto-updating now? General, I won't be able to calculate the right data for the satellite for 49 minutes.
How long till impact?
11 minutes and 44 seconds.
Fuck Microsoft!
Well, they call them interdimensional beings.
He, specifically asked for you, sweetheart.
By our powers combined, we give you the Galactic Family Podcast.
Put the phone down.
Hello, my name is Nick Pope, formerly from the British UFO Desk, and you're listening to the Galactic Family Podcast.
It's probing time.
Hey, how's everyone doing in the Galactic Family world today? I just wanted to take a moment to thank Nick Pope for the message that he did for the Galactic Family Podcast. The outpouring of prayers, messages, and well wishes for our good friend Nick Pope has been nothing short of extraordinary. Hundreds of you have reached out, different countries, different beliefs, different backgrounds, but we're only one signal: love. Nick has spent decades standing in the area of disclosure, asking hard questions, facing criticism, and helping move this conversation forward step by step. Now he's facing a personal battle with stage 4 cancer, and he's doing it with the same quiet strength that he's always shown. And what you've done matters. Every message, every prayer, every comment, every shared word of encouragement. This is what the Galactic Family actually is. Not just conversation about the phenomenon, but standing together with each other when it counts. Nick, if you see this, you are not fighting alone. The Galactic Family Podcast is with you.
Yeah. And just to echo that, thank you very much, Nick, for those messages that you've left us. Really appreciate it. Just to address a few people maybe who thought that it was an AI. It's not an AI. It's actually Mr. Nick Pope, who is a friend and associate of Jay's. I think you're going to do a little bit of an explanation, perhaps, kind of get into the
how I know him.
Yeah, how do you know Nick Pope, right? I mean, like,
well, before we get into it real quick, I want to give a special shout out to some of our new members out there. We have a new member, BBP 3255. Thank you for becoming a member. You're helping us, continue this and, continue the signal, because that's what we need to do. We need to get this information out to you guys. And When Donkeys Fly. I would love to see that. And that is a cool name. So, without further ado, I met him on the set of Ancient Aliens. We were taping season 19, episode 5, the MUFON Files. I'm a section state director down in Pennsylvania, and it was just awesome. Overall, he is one of the guys that, hands down, has had everyone's back in ufology. But let me share some behind the scenes photos too that haven't been shared out. Just us setting up for Ancient Aliens and doing things around there. And the presentation also, there was a presentation that was given at the 2024 MUFON Symposium by my good friend, And he did it actually on the case that I was there with, Nick Pope. So, and actually, yeah. If anybody in the back wants to join too, you can join in. We've got the link in the back chat. Join the conversation.
Yeah, I was going to say, how were you contacted for Ancient Aliens, that episode? What was the process? Was it through
Prometheus Studios reached out to Pennsylvania MUFON and asked them for if they had any weird and unusual cases that they could showcase on their show.
So did that come through to you directly, or did it come through to another team member of MUFON?
It came to our board. Board was like, okay, yes, we want to do this about, the MUFON files. We're going to show everybody what MUFON does, how they investigate cases. And we're going to show a couple showcases of cases that were like the best of 2024, which was one of my cases that I've done.
Okay. And so they it was decided by the board that Mr. Albertson would come forwards and go and do Ancient Aliens, and that's crazy, man. I mean,
yeah.
When they said, "Hey, do you want to do this?" What was your what emotions were you feeling?
First I thought I got pranked.
Right, okay.
I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Somebody's too good. They pranked me. But it wasn't. It was my board, my state director called me and was like, "Did you get the email?" I was like, "Yeah, but I didn't reply to it yet." He goes, "That's real. Reply." I'm like, "Oh." So I replied to the email. It was with Prometheus Studios. We're running it, and it was incredible, man. Like they do everything by the book. They validate every single thing you do, down to the pictures, the photographs, the evidence, and they run it through their own experts as well before they even get to us. And that's where, Nick Pope and Travis Taylor met, both of them. They were there at the actual landing site with us when we went through it.
What was your when you first met Nick Pope, what was your kind of internal monologue? Were you like, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool?
Yeah, pretty much. Starstruck. Just seeing him at walking in, and I'm like, should I wait and then walk over? I don't want to walk over too soon, shake his hand. I was like, I was so nervous, but he's such a cool guy, so down to earth. He didn't come off to me as, I'm a know-it-all. He was more, I'd like to see what you have and then show me why this is strange.
Okay.
And then he goes over it. And it was really,
he had an investigatory hat on, type of thing, Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So pure professional, but really down to earth, and yeah.
Here's a quote. Once you tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward.
For there you have been, and there you will always long to return.
Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci. So our initial investigation, when we first got out there was 3 circles, okay, on the ground. There was 4. There was a giant circle on the ground. Impression into the ground. It was probably about maybe an inch down.
Sorry, just to confirm, this is in Penn State. This is in
Pennsylvania. Yeah, this is Wapwallopin, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So you can see the depression on the ground, right? It goes down.
That's an almost perfect circle there.
Yeah. But then you also have the burned circles that are actually in it. And when we went through, we took samples, and I had the FLIR, and it was actually still hot from even.
Interesting.
It was. Let me think. It was exactly 7.5 hours later that I got there.
So is this thermal imaging you've got here, or infrared, or this is
FLIR.
thermal? Yeah, this is thermal. This is showing in Fahrenheit. Just get a quick kind of what was the deviation to background?
It was off by a good I'm gonna say 5 degrees, 6 degrees.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And then once we got there, we took samples. Take samples of everything. Okay. You take samples of the ground, you take samples of the grass, you take samples of everything you can find. Okay. I took samples of the pond water, even that was right next to the area, which even turned out to be cooler. And this is the scary part, George.
Scary?
Yes.
Count me in.
I got injured and I had radiation damage to my skin.
Okay. Is that just from using the FLIR camera, where you weren't rolling around in that circle or anything like that, or just being?
When I was over the area, I wasn't wearing long sleeves, gloves, anything like that. I was nonchalant when I first went to this area. I thought, UFO landing site, awesome, cool. I'm gonna investigate it. I was like, it was nothing to do with ancient aliens yet. It was just, me investigating this case. I just got it. Guy calls me, says, I just found this morning. I'm like, I'll be there this afternoon. So I ran up there and not thinking about protection myself. I'm going over the area with my arms like this.
Mm.
And these are the only spots, dude. From here, from my elbow, down to my fingers, elbow down to my fingers. Those are the only shots. See, right there is where it began. If you look on the picture, right above that machine is the first dot. And then if you go down my arm, I have dots on my arms. Now everybody's like, oh, they're bug bites. Why would a bug bite be generating EMF?
Well, you'd be scratching it as well. You'd be scratching it, and
it's EMF, electromagnetic.
Okay, so for those of us who don't know much about electromagnetic fields, what does this device do, and why is it unusual readings?
Because it's a medium background off of my arm of
right.
a
So what is this? Is the sensor directly on that item? So you're pressing it onto your skin. Okay.
Of a GQ EMF 390. So once it started coming up medium and everything, residual energy, exactly. So that's what I believe too, and that's what like the doctors here even says, rash and non-specific skin eruption. So they didn't say bug bite. There's no bug bite on there.
No, well, you'd be scratching. You'd know if it was a bug bite. That it would raise, it would be welted. It would,
And it was literally okay. It started out with a rash and a little area that was like a squarish, roundish area in the middle, right? Raised up on the outside. Then it would start to the middle would heal. Okay, the middle would completely heal, but then it would fall out. Like my skin would just fall out of that area.
All right.
And I'm going like this, and literally it'll fall off.
What kind of time scale from going to the circle to investigating the thermal imaging and the temperature, and then getting the other equipment out to kind of check background radiation and electromagnetic field?
It was instant. I went from going down there, and the guy, the owner of the property, he was down there with me, and I felt something burning on the inside of my arms, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. I going back. I ran back to my vehicle.
Yeah.
And I grabbed my equipment, and I go down there with the EMF meter, and it's going off.
Okay. And there wasn't just one circle. You said there was 3 in a triangle.
Yeah, we had. It was a triangle pattern with 3 circles. So the one in the center was 12 inches around. The ones on the outside were 10 inches.
Oh, right. So
And
you've got a central circle and then
yes,
what, 3 on the outside?
2. You have the
2 on the outside.
central.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
you have the imprint in the ground, right? Which is I'm not sure what that is. It could even be the actual force of the residual energy pushing it down.
Okay.
Whatever hit the ground there is whatever was really, really freaking hot. Now, when we took those samples to the a 12-inch in the middle and 2 10-inches, when we
Okay.
took the samples to the lab, to the MUFON lab in Missouri, they determined that it was burned from the inside out. Microwave emissions.
Interesting. Is there anything in your mind that we have that could do that? I mean, it's
not to my knowledge, and
Okay.
I've been around plenty of programs.
Okay.
So after that, we took all these soil samples and everything. We, grass soil samples. We went to an underground stream, well water, and rocks that we collected out of a cave entrance, right? Out of a cave that was nearby, just to see what the geology was in the area. Now, you guys might not be able to see it very well, but if you look on the scale here where it says parts per million, it says soil mode detected parts per million, plus or minus.
You're gonna have to forgive my periodic table. These are shortenings for, I think it's titanium,
Yeah,
barium.
Yep. There's a couple in there.
I'm not sure what NN is, but then the big one there that you're looking at for
thorium,
is
and iron and
iron.
titanium.
Why? Yeah, go on.
Thorium, iron, and titanium. There's a lot that was detected in the soil that it wasn't there before. Literally, in this area wasn't. And when you actually looked at, like, here we go. Possible scorched areas from center, starting from the center.
Interesting. And
Center out.
3 says close up of the stalks from the center with 3 conditions from very damaged to somewhat green. So at the stalk level of the grass in that imprinted area, there's damage from the ground upwards, from the inside out, so to speak.
Then we had even more curious things happen. We had 3 Black Hawk helicopters, Chinook, go over the area.
Black Chinooks.
Yep. Totally blacked out with the back doors opened, which you don't do when you're flying. And someone out the back with a kind of like a radio dish, almost like a scanning device. Because if you look on the bottom of this Black Hawk, it has actually a dome, a little circle.
Yeah.
It's a scanning device that they can use to scan ground for ground penetrating radar, stuff like that. But why is the military in the area of my UFO case that just happened the day after with 3 Chinook helicopters that are coming in with ground penetrating radar?
Or what you imagine could be ground penetrating radar.
It could be a bunch of things, but that's what I assume.
Yeah.
We had the double nuclear power plant, place of interest, missiles and rockets. Yeah. General Dynamic Ordnance and Tactical Systems is here in Pennsylvania.
And this is it. And how far away are these? Within walking, pretty much.
These are. I would say the power plant is about 4 miles away, 3 miles away from the site, and the missile and defense is probably about 2.5 miles.
Okay, so it's a pretty lively area then, as far as human activity goes.
Yeah, there's my buddy right there. Yep, me and him were on the same set.
Cool.
And then here's some behind the scenes photos. There's Nick Pope over there on the right. He's on his phone, really interested. Travis Taylor. There's some of the production team, and I'll show you guys the bigger photos after this. There's Nick and Travis there, my buddy. There's most of the production team.
So when you met Nick and he came over, I mean, like, you know, you introduced yourselves to each other, and then almost immediately you've got a sense of like, this guy's chill, and then he's kind of come out and said, okay, what's the case that you want to bring to our attention in this area?
It was an immediate friendship, man. Immediate. We kept reaching out to each other little by little, like here and there. Hey, I've got, you know, something I want to see you look into, and I'd look into it. Or, hey, could you, you know, do this for me? And I'd look into a couple things, and he'd help me out as well, you know. And I mean, that's what, you know, mutual respect, friendship, you know. The guy's a rock star in my mind. Yeah. Rock star. But then, you know, then I got this news, and I was like, oh my God, Nick, like, you cannot be done. And he's like, no, I'm not done. He's like, I'm taking some time to cool off, pretty much. He needs to chill out, take some time with the family, you know, and we're there for you. We're there for you all the way, Nick. So let me show you some of these other photos that I have here. I'm going to show you some of the photos of the behind the scenes set, and then we can move on to some UFO news.
So people, just to point out, people in the comments who may have made on Nick Pope's special message at this time, some people may have said that it's AI. It's not. It's Jay has a genuine relationship, and that's why we've just done this segment, basically, is to say, you know, Nick Pope is very much real, and Jay is very much real, and they're very much have a friendly working relationship, right?
Yeah. Just showing you guys some of the photos I took when I was there.
Of course, I'm not entirely sure that I'm not AI.
Like, there's where we were setting up. Like, if you watch the Ancient Aliens episode, you'll see them sitting at a table. That's my jacket right there, my folders.
Gotcha. Cool.
I see them sitting at the table there.
The production team, when they bring the vans with all the equipment for recording the show, the lighting, the rigging, the sound, the booth.
It's a lot.
It's a heck of a day. So I'm imagining that was quite a long day for you.
Like, they had. Oh yeah, dude. It was all day. But you know what though? It was like, it was the best day that I ever had. Like,
cool.
Like, going up there, seeing Nick, seeing Travis, meeting them, befriending both of them. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything better. You know, it was
a core memory.
Yeah, definitely a core memory, man. Definitely. Let me show you some more photos here.
This is great. All this like equipment on the side here, and all these kind of technical guys.
Oh yeah, Nick, I gotta actually get these organized here a little bit better. But let me see here. Let me get one in the parking lot. There we go. Yeah, that's when they were all pulling up, and we were all pulling out of the place we actually taped at.
Cool. What a day. What a day.
Oh God, dude, it was. Let's do a couple more photos. I'll do one of Travis and another one of Nick.
Just for the viewers back home, what season and episode was that on the very popular History Channel's Ancient Aliens?
It was season 19, and it was episode 5.
Season 19, episode 5, Ancient Aliens. Jay's on camera with Nick Pope talking about a case that we've covered a little bit here in the previous segment.
And here we go. I'll get them all standing up. This is when we were actually on the property. There's Nick and Travis and my buddy. I'm the one taking all these photos, but yeah. We were there on the property. They were really excited to see the case. It was another day in the life of an investigator that is trying to get information out there. And that's probably why me and Nick connected so well, is because he was doing the same thing I was, boots on the ground. Here's the evidence. Here's the research that goes with it. And you tell me what you think.
When because obviously, once they've wrapped for the day and it's shaking hands and times to, say ciao ciao and bye bye. How long was it before that episode aired on the schedule, so to speak? Was it like you had to wait 6 months for it to appear on TV?
About
or
3 months, 3
months,
3-4 months, yeah.
And how when you were you like phoning all your friends saying, "Hey, I'm going to be on TV, right?"
Dude, I was ecstatic, man. I had to keep my mouth shut though, with like until it aired, I wasn't allowed to say anything.
Right, you'd like non-disclosure type of thing.
It wasn't really non-disclosure. It was like they just didn't want somebody to copy the episode at the same time and drop it on the same day, and
What was it like seeing yourself? Do you feel like it came across as a good because what was your take on it? You were like, I bet you were grinning like a Cheshire cat.
I was, and I mean, I was trying to be serious on the TV too. It was like, you have to be serious. You have to, but you've got Travis Taylor and Nick Pope across the table with you, and you're like, you've got, a huge folder in front of you with all this fucking UFO shit in it, and you're like, I have to explain all this to the two men that know the most about this subject.
Yeah. So being accurate and just kind of relaying the information.
Yeah, man. But so I mean, it was all just like, it was a shock, but at the same time, it was more information for me that that Nick and Travis are they're good people, that they're just trying to get the information out there and help people to get it out there. That's why Nick, and like I said, that's why me and Nick connected so well, because it was a flow between us.
Cool.
Hey, what's up, Skywatch Signal? We're just talking about we just ended my case. I did it over in Ancient Aliens, season 19, episode 5 with Nick Pope. Just talking about how I met him and what went on the set and behind the scenes photos and stuff that we were looking at.
Impressions, yeah. Welcome.
But
in fact, welcome to everybody in chat, viewers viewing. Hello. Don't forget to press gently in a safe and meaningful way the like button, and if you so feel like sharing the stream, please do.
Listen, if I had my big Bam Bam Flintstones bat, I'd be like, smash that like button.
No, depress gently. Do not break your interactive device with the thumb icon.
So I've got a good one for you.
Go
good
on.
one for you, George.
What's going on? What are we looking at this week?
From the Arrow director.
Arrow?
Yes, the new Arrow director.
Has it got a point? Sorry.
Oh, he doesn't have a point on this one, but
okay.
I do.
Opening up a portal, hopefully in the coming months, to allow the public to report to us. And so we're looking forward to getting more data from them, as well as local and state law enforcement. And then for the cases where it looks to be truly anomalous, we will then send it off to our scientific and intelligence partners for a very thorough analysis that generally takes on the order of months. And sometimes we don't even close those cases. We have to sort of keep them on the shelf, always looking for additional data to enrich them.
Always looking for additional data to enrich them. We have to keep them on the shelf.
No, right at the beginning, he says we've got a portal. I'm assuming not a literal portal. I mean, I think he means
online.
that would be terrifying, wouldn't it?
But who is going to go to Arrow when there is no whistleblower protections?
Well, I think, is it geared up more for civilian, or is it geared up more for like civilian aviators or pilots, or is it geared
This
up?
is just everyone. He said civilian, right?
Portal, hopefully in the coming months, to allow the public to report to
The public.
I'd have used wormhole myself.
The public.
The public. The bit of disdain in the voice there. A little bit of venom.
My disdain for Arrow is the fact that they haven't released anything credible and incredibly anonymous that they're currently working on.
You've
Show us something.
Just in one of your previous episodes, as far as I'm aware, you had Deputy Director Tim Phillips. Is that right? You had the Arrow guy. Yeah, is that right? You had on the show as
Oh yeah,
that was a good episode, that one.
Oh, that was awesome, man. He was talking about all the places that he's been, like all the intelligence operations he did in Africa and Kosovo and all these places. But yeah, Tim Phillips was awesome, man. He was on here, I want to say last year, and it was a blast, man.
Question from the crowd, Jay. Haven't we heard this all before with Luna? And I'm assuming that's the
Yes, we have.
Okay, well, I mean, like I'm in the UK, so when you say Luna, I imagine the moon. Like, I don't automatically think of, which is a coincidence.
Anna Paulina Luna.
So I apologize, Alice, if I'm asking questions which you already know, but I'm quite slow when it comes, quite methodical when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, I mean, stuff gets repeated, dissected, regurgitated, then repeated again, dissected and regurgitated. It's like a meal.
Yeah, it is.
In some ways, on a heavy night. Feel free to join in if you want to come on to the show and air some opinions. And Random Content says, as much as I hate it, we need amnesty for any truth to come out. A real truth amnesty on UFO disclosure, UAP disclosure.
I have to agree with him.
Yeah, there's got to be a
something.
But then
there has to be a line, though. There has to be a line. You can't cross a certain line. That's what I there has to be a line in the sand drawn. Like,
it's that gray area of what constitutes national security, right? You know.
I don't think he said Anna Paulina Luna would reveal it all. Anna Paulina Luna, I believe, came out. Hold on. I have a picture here that I could put up. She came out and said, give me 1 second here. Where is it here? Anna Paulina Luna. Where did she go?
Good to see you, Alice. Good to see you, Skywatch Signal. How you doing? All right.
Looking for them right.
Everyone tuned in on chat.
Nope, there it is. Let me see. Anna Paulina Luna. Blah 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 blah. Where are you? Done it. It's probably still. Oh wait, is it in? Oh, there it is. Got it.
Yep. Gremlins.
Oh, it's definitely Gremlins here. I'm telling you, it's one of those days. Okay, I found it. Now here's the message that she put out. She says the UAP files will be housed on the U.S. National Archives website.
That's interesting. In the UK, when we released the Ministry of Defense UFO files, they're put onto an archive, national archive as well. So they're you know that they're readily available to look through now, although it's only from a certain time period. So it's a snapshot as opposed to historic.
Yeah.
Hopefully the files that are released, you've got to wonder what gets released, what doesn't get released, and how much, you know, black ink and redaction. There's got to be a better word than redact. It's got to be a better word. I mean, like, that's the act of.
And This
Gillibrand.
is a statement that Gillibrand's statement on UFO UAP disclosure. I'm still saying UFO though.
Yeah, shall I read it out?
Go ahead.
Okay, today, after President Trump announced that he is directing his administration to release files related to unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, or is it Gillibrand? Gillibrand released the following statement. This is good news, and I am encouraged to see the president lend his support to this effort. I've been pushing for years for increased disclosure and transparency around UAPs. My work to establish and strengthen the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office has already brought about significant progress in improving interagency coordination, data collection, and engagement with the public. But there is still more to be done, and the American people's interest in UAPs only continues to grow. I urge the administration to follow through on this directive, and I will keep fighting to elevate this issue in Congress so that we can reduce the stigma around reporting and ensure UAP records are being properly disclosed and made public. Well, I'm behind that statement. Welcome Alice into the studio. Hello. I'm Mike. You're on mute at the moment. You okay? If you press the mute button.
Gently unpress the mute button.
To press with care. We can't hear you at the moment. Okay. Yeah, if you want to get your mic unmuted, that would be great, Alice. Thank you. I think it's at the bottom of the screen next to the little microphone icon, whichever platform. Oh, ping. There we go. Okay. Out the office. No worries.
She'll be back. So I have another one to show you here.
Is this the? Oh, hold on. What I was saying about silver ping pong balls with a blower on the ground. Is that right?
Those bloody orbs.
Freaking orbs. Yeah. TM. That's you can only say freaking orbs under license Creative Commons.
Where'd it go?
That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Is it a person running around on the ground with like a reverse like air blower, like some kind of air blower with a ping pong ball? Oh no, it flashed. That's interesting.
Oh, that's okay, Alice. You're perfectly fine.
No
Join. You don't have to have your. Oh yeah. Figuring it out. Yeah, you can join, and then at the bottom there's a unmute or.
It's got a weird pulsing light on it. That's very okay.
I actually love this video so.
Yeah, so that's what the guy thinks it is, but I can't play any more of it because
2023, is that the 3rd of the 7th or the 7th of the 3rd? I never quite know. We don't have a
guy thinks it looks like this though, which it could be. It could very well be, but it's a weird orb looking thing.
Ah, freaking orbs, man.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Alice.
Hey, Alice.
It's just the mute button. There we go.
Yep.
Hello? Have you got it pointed at the right microphone?
Thank you. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, Jeff.
How's it going? You all right?
Good.
And yeah, thanks for the comment on what Anna Paulina Luna and what Donald Trump said about that. So, what are your thoughts on disclosure generally?
What I think is that it's going to be a lot of nothing again. I do think it's a ploy. I think that there's other reasons that this is coming out at this point. I think it's something. I think it's something they hold in their back pocket.
Okay.
Sort of like pull pin if or smash glass for emergency.
Quick.
Exactly.
You mean like a distraction, or do you mean like a Joker wild card? Just like throw that into the mix just to get like some people talking.
I've got this 2 times. Let me get out of here and I'll come right back. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I haven't been on here before.
No worries. If you're in this window, close down your regular YouTube window and just use this one.
Oh boy. Okay.
Otherwise, you'll get a
It's
feedback.
so,
It's okay, no
oh
worries.
gosh, phones nowadays. I'm telling you, you could do everything with them.
Technologically challenged just a bit. How's this?
That's
Aren't
better.
we all though?
He fine. Yeah. Anybody else wants to jump in on the conversation? Link should be on the side somewhere or at the top of the screen. Is it a permanent link on the chat? Welcome to come in and have a chat with us.
Yeah, George. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
What I'm thinking is the way that, first Obama said it so casually, and then Trump chimed in when he was on the plane, and he had almost like a smirk on his face, like, yeah, we're going to tell you this. And what I'm thinking is maybe it's their disclosure is not our disclosure. Maybe it's not ET disclosure. Maybe it's disclosure that, hey, we have these, what you think are UAPs, and we're just going to disclose that we're 50 years ahead of where you think we are. That's part of what I think disclosure might be in terms of Trump and Obama's case right now. Because when Hegseth was talking about it recently, and he said, yeah, we're going to do a slow rollout and everything's going to come out. If it was really alien technology, do you think that it would be so casual? I don't think so.
The way that I understand things, which may be different to anybody else's, is that if something technologically advanced is secured, it's back engineered in a compartmentalized way. So you take this structure out, give it to these guys, take this structure out, give it to these guys, but you don't tell them what the overall thing is. And then what you tell these private companies who have the research and development is that once we've finished with it militarily, once it's reached end of shelf, end of life, and is no longer of use to us, then you can market it for your own business applications.
Yep.
So you're absolutely right. What we're seeing as far as disclosure could just be old human tech, but maybe based off original alien stuff. I think like your statement about, you wouldn't casually just put out a real alien technology is probably very accurate. I think it's more likely, we assume these things have some kind of propulsion system. We've got these propulsion systems, and it reaches kind of a point where, the advancement is so massively progressive that you are able to say, yeah, we've got these, I don't know. I know Dr. Andrew Morgan will be upset when I say like a warp drive or a gravity drive, these kind of things.
Well, look at where we've come since Roswell. I do believe that we have been in contact. As much as I can believe it, I haven't seen anything myself, but we've come, technologically speaking, we've advanced quite a bit since Roswell.
Yeah,
and
yeah, 100%.
What's always interested me is how these things come up on Star Trek. Everything that came up in the 60s is here now. Almost even teleportation. I mean, we are doing it with particles at this point.
Yeah.
Everything. So where did it come from? Gene Roddenberry was supposed to be in contact with extraterrestrials.
Well, we had the Industrial Revolution based on coal and oil, and then it feels like Roswell onwards, it's been a technological revolution in a lot of ways. And I think my understanding of the timeline is that Roswell took place in July 1947. But another bit of information is that the very first computer transistor was created by Bell Laboratories in December 1947. So 6 months after the Roswell crash, Bell Laboratories computers go from valve technology to transistors, which is squeezing bits of crystal for a piezoelectric effect. Now, where did that idea come from, to go from a valve of gas, like suction, valve computing,
right,
to squeezing a piece of germanium crystal? Is it
Well, I do.
Is it not feasible that after the Roswell incident, that the components were broken up and given to laboratories like Bell Laboratories to back engineer.
Alice brought up a good point, though. I want to make up with, them being in touch with someone who knows about the aliens, the Star Trek and all them.
Yeah.
Because, all right, there was and this is why I brought up this video, Alice. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the Star Trek episode where they were on a planet, okay? They teleport down to the planet. It's all forest. And there are these machines that come out of the ground automatically, and then they start camouflaging themselves, right? And they look like that.
Well, no, I'm not aware of that one. I didn't watch all of them. I watched them with my father at the time.
Yeah, there was one that it was a self-replicating, like they had these probes, and every time you destroyed a probe, it would come out and it would be a more upgraded version. Like it would evade you more. And then it would like, okay, we can't kill it right away. And then you would hit it with a phaser and then it would have a shield now. It's self-upgrading itself. Then it went and did cloaking. The last one was cloaking and it looked like this.
Okay.
Well, which reminds me of what Predator, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'll show you how fast this thing went. This is Germany. On the Germany security camera footage. Boom.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting bit of video. Is that I don't know.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, it definitely looks like not like a being, but
I'm not
some type
sure.
of technology.
It's cruising, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Moving so fast that the paper appears out of the dustbin can.
Oh, that's a good observation.
The trash can, it throws paper out, and I'm not sure that's. I don't know. Like a lot of this footage, but I think
I like going through.
Yeah.
Yep. It does.
When we spoke to John and Jerry Tedesco, the Tedesco brothers with the Nightcrawler, those guys are using as best civilian sensors as they can muster. And with the conversation that was awesome that we had with them, it became apparent that these UFO, if you want to call them that, or orbs and things of that nature seem to be responding in the optical.
It hit the can, George.
In the optical range.
You can see where it hit the can.
Well, it wobbles, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good observation.
It hits the can and it wobbles.
Is that believable? I'm not sure. It seems a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know. That's
certainly optical camouflage is definitely a real possibility. We've probably all seen those plastic shields that immediately you can hide behind. We've probably seen those. But there's some new technology that's on its way, which is based off. Oh my God, is it chromophores or is the or chromatophores of cephalopods, i.e. squid and octopus, and they've created a system of optical camouflage which reacts like a real-time octopus, and they're very good. So it's not chameleonic, i.e. you have to take 40 minutes to sit on a branch to be able to get your background colors.
Automatic.
It's instantaneous. So I did actually send that link on LinkedIn to Jerry Tedesco. I said I want to see it integrated on the next one.
Yeah, this video that I have pulled up right now is from an oil platform.
Yo, what is this, bro? What is this? Yo, that's like, what is that, bro? What is this? Yo, I've never seen some shit like this. That's crazy.
You know how I feel about somebody today.
What?
Yeah, it's definitely.
They're traveling in tandem also.
I think what is that, bro? I think for me, the original footage is the aeroplane, the fighter jets flying past, and then the
This
UFOs
could be
have been put
CGI.
Yo, what is this, bro?
You see
What
how
is
they're
this?
just about linked?
Yo, that's like a. What is that, bro? Like, what is this? Yo, I've never seen such shit.
like A10s.
Yeah, they're A10 warthogs.
Yeah,
warthogs.
That's crazy.
Which makes sense if you're going to be going after them to hit them. You would send A10s because that's a tank destroyer. You'd literally go right through something.
sure, but the speed that I'm going to say so-called UFOs or drones are flying at,
I want to say drones,
but I think the actual aeroplanes are real footage. I think that's real sea, and I think that's a CGI shadow on the water. And I'm not entirely convinced that that's a real bit of footage there. I think it's just what is this, bro? Not what is that, but what is this? And like pointing to the right, and then looking at the aeroplanes coming across in tandem.
Yep.
And then you got the footage. I know. I'll put in some UFOs. Good,
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm a bit of a skeptic if people aren't fully aware. I'm a bit of a fence sitter. Put it that way.
I'm on the fence.
Swamp gas.
It's so hard now to, with the technology. It's just so difficult.
Yeah.
Well, this video is about 2 minutes long. It says that it's different camera angles from the guy's property.
You ever see those bouncy balls that you get and the LEDs go off inside them?
Yeah.
Right? Like a big one of them, bang on the floor, roll it in front. Oh, okay, that's a bit interesting. Okay, interesting. That is, I think that's CGI again. I don't know if that's an interesting after effect though. Very clever, very good.
Do you have experience with the CGI, George? I'm not sure.
No, I'm just going. This is like Jay kind of collates a whole bunch of different clips and things. We kind of like see how we feel about them, whether we kind of dissect them a little bit. Usually, I err on the side of a lot of these are hoaxes or wannabes or CGI after effects. But I am no expert. I'm just going from my stomach and gut feelings on things.
Gotcha.
Think it's CGI. Only because it's too short. Other than this clip.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's kind of
that clip right there, the ending.
Yeah.
So this one is about, let me see, let me tell you. It's about, okay, so we got 24. Okay, so 124. Yeah, you're good, random content. You can pop in. We got our thing down there. Orbs don't act like that. See? That's right. There we go, Ocean. Yeah.
I feel vindicated. Thank you, Ocean Breath Salty.
That's right.
9486. Thank you for that.
Orbs don't act like that. Ball lightning does, though, right?
Yeah, it could, but again, is okay. So if you put it into the ball lightning category, then is that actually ball lightning and how it behaves, or is it?
It is actually.
Okay.
Well, not all of it. Okay, I would say the ending video is actually the one that I was most curious about, which was right here. This video right here. See how it goes across. Now it continues though. And then it goes off to the back. And then it flashes. And then it goes real. Here it is. This is where it is.
I'm just looking at the lens flare from left to right when it traverses, and the lens flare at the bottom from right to left. Is
See right there, this one.
Okay.
Like this is the longest one, and then it goes out.
Yeah. Ocean Breath Salty says ball lightning in threes, very unlikely you're going to get three at the same time.
Okay, so one ball lightning with a manipulation of having two more on the sides.
Yeah. Or any. We may be completely wrong. This may be 100% legitimate.
It could be.
It's video footage, so.
No, that's interesting. That's not
coming back to what Alice said about, you know, and some viewers said in the age of AI and Photoshop and After Effects, it's increasingly difficult to cut through the hoaxes, which is why I think cases. Why?
Hey, Amiga.
Hey, is that a Sonic?
Yeah.
I think the cases that are pre-internet on good old Handycam. I'm thinking Phoenix Lights of '97 over Arizona. You know, that's probably not that's a big event. You know, you've got multiple camera angles on the event from different positions around the city. You've got around 10,000 reports or people who have witnessed the event. And everything around the Phoenix Lights is absolutely phenomenal as a case. So
I think I might actually know what this is.
And welcome, Coffee Bum Random Content. Hello.
Do you see the particles that are coming off of these, George?
1 second. It's an interesting. That is interesting.
Okay, I have a theory. Okay, if you take a balloon, blow it up, and you use nitroglycerin, right? Nitroglycerin, you freeze the balloon, completely freeze it, right?
Yeah.
Hang it.
Liquid nitrogen. Liquid
nitrogen, and hang it, right?
Yeah.
If you shine a light at it, it would act just like this. The particles coming off of it is because of the dry ice that is now coming off of it.
Given
that's the only way I can explain it.
Given enough time with special effects, anything's kind of possible. But I think like this looks. I don't know. Like we might be looking at something.
No. When it passes that rooftop, that shadow would have gone the other way. Look at the shadow.
But I'm saying it could be like.
It's a funny one.
Yeah. Not the one with the peak on it.
This one.
That one, yeah. Why does the shadow follow the lights instead of going behind? Yeah, that's wrong. That's fake.
Good catch.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, this is kind of okay, but then now when they pass, okay, yeah, see that the shadow follows the light.
Oh, yep, right there.
That's wrong.
Good catch, brother. Okay, good catch. So it might be it could be a bunch of videos strung together with different things that they're doing.
That's an art project.
Gotcha.
That's an art project from a college kid or somebody using Photoshop or one of the manipulators. That's a particle effect from Photoshop, probably. It's
Thank you. And we've got this one's cool. This is the one from New York. Turn down the volume a little bit.
That looks like shit I've seen.
Like you've got things shooting across the sky.
Yeah, that looks like orbs to me.
Yeah.
Or meteorite.
Yeah, there's a couple things in there streak across, but that's
Quite
a lot of
meteorites
stuff.
there.
And it just keeps going.
It's just there's a lot of them on screen at the same time. Is the only problem I have with it.
Is Alice still there? You still there, Alice?
Yes, I'm here.
Have you had any experiences with UFOs or so-called drones or orbs at all like this? Or I'm just curious.
In the psychic realm, I've seen orbs when I was doing like ghost hunting.
Okay.
So I've had experience with that.
Yeah.
And I did see what I thought was a saucer when I was about 10 years old.
Okay.
And it was, far away, maybe it's hard to say, half a mile. So it just was a classic saucer shape. I didn't get a real close up, but the movement was erratic. It went from standstill to move to another spot, and then closer to me and further away, and then disappearing. And the interesting thing was that a car dealer near me used to put on the spotlights that would go up into the air, and you could see them from miles. This thing seemed to have come to check that out. So it came to that area to see what was going on, and that's when I noticed it. And interesting, I never knew if that was real, because I was 10 years old. So I'd say about 2 years ago, I realized that you could look up the temperatures from when I was a kid, because I had a vivid memory of it was on my birthday and I was outside in shorts and a t-shirt, but my birthday is January 27th up in Pennsylvania. So it should have been bitter cold. And all those years I kept thinking, did I see it? Did I see it? Was it real? And then I looked and I found, I finally saw that you could look up temperatures, and I looked up temperatures and it was 60 degrees that day up in Pennsylvania. So it was a real memory, because I remember being out in shorts and a t-shirt on my birthday. So that's how I verified that was probably a real memory.
Yeah. On our Discord channel, which everyone's free to join if they so wish. On our Discord channel, we often have discussions about the correlation and link between paranormal phenomena, psychic phenomena, if you want to, telekinesis, items moving, associated with witnessing UAP, UFOs, or interacting. So sometimes, as far as I'm aware, quite a few cases, people have an experience of seeing a UFO, UAP, seeing orbs and such things moving around that aren't aeroplanes, are not satellites, not Starlink, not satellites moving around through the atmosphere. And then a day, maybe 2 days, maybe even sooner, there's a almost poltergeist type activity, things moving, things being damaged and destroyed. So it seems that the phenomena is encompassing around these topics, definitely.
Yeah, I'm wondering if ET, as we see it, is what could be called a construct. What we think of ET. Are you familiar with the word construct?
Yeah. I think Coffee Bum's well placed on this one with the egregore, the loosh.
Exactly, right. Yeah. And I had contact with something over the summer. I was doing ghost hunting, and it became I was contacting the same entities every time.
Oh, wow.
And at one point it turned into possibly being a avian race. So I was in contact with them, and then recently I seem to be in contact with a Pleiadian race. Right. And I use frequency to connect, and I'm still not sure what's happening. I can't swear to it, but that's what's happening with me now.
Okay, so there's definitely a contact element there going on. Something's happening. As to the full nature of what it is, then maybe those files when they're released, will have more pieces of the puzzles for us. Yeah.
It's hard to believe that, just to be a contactee, it's hard to believe it because I don't see it. Interesting is that everything that's been happening to me, they told me they were Pleiadian. And of course, I'm one of those people, you have to see it to believe it. And this is more audio than anything. And I've been going at this for almost a year now. I think I started last May. And yesterday or the day before, I saw a psychic. And she had a video on YouTube that said the Pleiadians had contacted her. And of course, that caught my attention right away. And I listened to her video, and it's almost word for word what's happening with me. So if I'm anything, I would be a psychic contactee.
Cool. Yeah.
That's hard.
I think.
And I think rather than
it's more frequent actually out there on a completely different channel. On a Sunday, we run like an open mic for experiences and contactees and people who are like, and you'd be surprised, well, maybe not surprised to hear that similar situations to yourself occurs quite regularly on the regular with a fair amount of people that I've just encountered, and that's just one person. So
yeah, I wasn't quite looking for that. I was on a ghost hunting app looking to see if there was life after death. That was my whole thing. And I did contact, I did have deceased people that I knew come and talk and in their own voice, and I have those recorded. And one was a guy that he passed away 4 years ago, and he came through and just said his name right out. And I sent that to his mother, and she verified that was her son. So there's lots of contact going on with me, but I don't really know what it is. I've been trying to figure it out. I know Jay's a bit aware of what I've been going through, but maybe not this much. That I would consider myself a contactee at this point.
Well, thank you, Alice, for actually saying something out loud about it in a public space.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on, and most people do not want to talk about it at all because they're afraid of being stigmatized. And the stigma is real, and it does happen.
I'm too old to be stigmatized at this point.
Just
go
started
ahead, go do it, whatever you want to do.
just started a poll in the back in YouTube. Do you think the Epstein files are a distraction from the UFO files? Yes or no?
I can vote on that one.
I think the Epstein files are part of the UFO files.
That's interesting. I've heard that before too, because he was dealing with. Wasn't he dealing with something with UFOs? Epstein himself?
He was very interested in the topic and in many of the topics that we are interested in. And he had the money to actually do the research and fund the research for it. So, yeah, it's going to be messy.
Yeah, there's talk of him. Now, there's talk of him with cloning and everything like that, which if we look at UFO lore, that might have been going on with ET and us. My point was that I think everything is multidimensional. I think it's only, we think of Pleiadians and spaceships. It may just be multidimensional beings.
It could be. It could very well be. We need more evidence either way.
Well, if you pay attention to what Arrow and all the government sources have been saying, they've all said we don't know about extraterrestrials. They're using extraterrestrials as their disclaimer. They don't know about extraterrestrials.
Okay.
So that means that it's probably not an extraterrestrial thing that is being in contact with people or doing this. It may be a terrestrial organism or a terrestrial race or something that evolved alongside of us that we just don't see.
Yeah, look what's happening with CERN. They're talking about multidimensional beings and not portals there, but what would you call it?
Not the actual portals.
Dimensional
there.
beings.
Yeah.
So real Stranger Things could be more fact fiction, right?
Yeah, but for the last 2 or 3 years, they have said we don't know that we've been in we have no evidence of contact with extraterrestrials. Extraterrestrial is the word they're using to filter out what they're really been in contact with.
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
So they might be in contact with multidimensionals. Is that what you're going? Where you're going with that?
It could be ultra terrestrial. It could be extra dimensional. It could be spirit realm. It could be a breakaway civilization. It could be a lot of that still leaves a lot of room for a lot of things. You see,
well, one that's in contact with me recently was telling me about my family tree. And he told me to look up the Roscammon, Roscammon family. And I had never heard of them before. And my maiden name was Fury. And I looked them up and direct correlation. They were in the same town. You know, he says this contactee claims to be one of my ancestors.
Oh, wow.
So you got the information from where? From a
ET.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
or from a multi. I don't know what they are, but he told me look up this name, look up this family name, and I looked it up. I get into like a co-consciousness with them.
Okay.
So they tell me look this up, figure this out, look in here, and I just follow the guidelines, and I found out that this Roscammon family name was directly connected to my maiden name.
Yeah, I think fact is sometimes stranger than fiction, and there are the possibilities of the cosmos are almost endless. So whatever, I think we've had this conversation before, Coffee Bum, where it's like whatever you can consider to be alien, whatever is outside of that idea may actually be the alien thing, right?
Right.
They give me names of like what we would call a construct. In this is a different ET. They say it's called a diatenary. DIATENN apostrophe ARY. And that would be everything that we know from our vantage point. Our reality altogether is diatenary. And then diatent, DIATENNT, is our individual experience. And these are the words that they've been teaching me, different words. And if you look them up in their Latin roots, you can see exactly how they make sense. So they're not just words, they actually are Latin roots. They're using Latin roots with me. And then a diatentity is what we're doing right now. It's when we experience our diatenary together. That's our present interaction time. So
just inside chat, Ocean Breath Salty 9486 says, do you have green eyes, red hair, and Rh negative blood? Well, I've got blue eyes, red hair, and the doctors won't actually tell me what my blood type is. They say it changes.
Well, I have blue eyes, red hair, and I believe I am AB positive or negative, but I do have the AB blood type, and I have to figure out if it's positive or negative. But yes, I actually have a bloodline that goes back into the Merovingians and very deep into Celtic, Gaelic, French. So they told me before to check my bloodline because it was something special with my bloodline. That came from the avians I was in contact with.
Avians, right. I haven't heard about them for a while. And following on from that, Ocean Breath says that they are looking for descendants.
Well, that might be me. That's what I've been told, is that I have a special bloodline, and that that has to do with what I'm going through.
Viewer discretion advised on the video.
Oh, okay. Was it a bit violent? Is it?
I think it's fake, but it's supposedly military black goo gone wrong. I'm not going to play it because I think they have a
copyright on it. Yeah, it looks like
video.
Weirdly, I watched The Thing with John Carpenter film. Great special effects, 1982.
They're doing a lot of these animal suffering videos lately too.
That's special effects.
Yeah,
that's fake.
This could be from like Stranger Things too, couldn't it?
It could be.
Like one of the sets did like some takes and they got the videos out.
Yeah, it could be. That's Hollywood stuff.
Alice, do you have any missing time in your history at all?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
Everything's up until May of last year. Everything was copacetic. I was just a normal person traveling along, trying to figure out if there was life after death. That was my big question. I still haven't figured that one out, but man, I've been through a ride for the last year that's unbelievable.
It sounds it.
Well, from my perspective, Alice, there is life after death. What we call consciousness is non-local and persists after we pass on.
I did ask I'm sorry, go ahead.
At the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate, one of the most vile...
Can you go back to where she says UFOs? Look down and to the right, down and to the right.
Yeah, and look at...
It then got, at the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs
down and to the right.
A series of questions about Pizzagate, one of the most vile, bogus conspiracy theories that was propagated on the internet. That was serving as a basis of a member's questions to me.
You're good, Yellow Tommy Knocker. Jump in the back if you want.
Yeah, come in.
It then got at the end.
We need a postal worker, and we need someone to go postal. Come on,
because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate.
Don't forget, anybody. We also have our
Discord
channel.
Bogus conspiracy theories that was propagated on the internet. That was serving as a basis of a member's questions to me.
To use UFOs in a derogatory term to dismiss the next topic, which is the fight, so you got your hold on. This is just
then got at
look,
the
look
end.
at this psychologically from a dismissive point of view. All of these allegations against me are conspiracy. Absolute whack.
Clinton never had sex with that woman.
Hey, let's not forget bloodline here. Remember, all the presidents are related. They're all from the same bloodline also.
Yeah. All of that research is interesting. Definitely.
Now, I did see an interesting bit of information. Now, I knew about this from a long time ago, and I brought this out before about national parks, federally protected land being used for nefarious purposes, right? I brought this up before years ago. And Ross is coming out now saying, oh, I've seen a portal. It's on federally protected land because nobody can get on there. You are correct, Ross.
But just one thing I want to throw out here, and I want to cause a bit of mischief with the US government. I've just been somewhere in the United States where I know there is another portal. And I know the United States knows about it. And I was there just the other day. And guess what? It's got a big fence around it, lots of security signs. It's supposedly US Forest Service. But you know what? It's not. And it's supposedly ancient ruins of tribal art. And you know what? It's not. What's happening is that the United States is using the US Forest Service and claims of the protection of archaeological relics to keep secret from the public a portal on.
A portal.
Did you check his flight logs, Jay?
And then they posted the. I didn't check his flight logs, but I did check this actual site that they put online, location of it from Bradshaw Ranch. Really not that far away if you're thinking about it.
Yeah, they did coordinates on X. Somebody supposedly found a site.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it, Bradshaw?
Yeah, Ross, dude, I used to think that Ross was coming in to actually bring some real reporting to the topic. And the more he's around and the more stuff that he brings up, the more I think that he's either compromised or he's just making a buck. Because a lot of the stuff, I've become suspicious of the man. I really have. I hope I'm wrong, but I think that someone's either feeding him misinformation on purpose, and that's real easy to do when you're using, their top secret sources and that kind of thing. Because all they got to do is give them some true stuff and then feed them some lies and mix it in with the truth, and they'll believe it all. And
seems people go so far and then they're warned off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the last stuff he reported on, those skeletons that they said were alien skeletons they found in Mexico that were 400 years old, obvious fakes. At a glance, they were fake. And he interviewed that guy for over an hour about his life and the stuff and the things, and those are obviously fake things, obvious fakes.
Yeah, but in this civilization, in the culture, it's attention is the currency, good or bad.
Very true, very true. It's all about the clicks and the views. Yep. If it's sensational and it's a lie, somebody's still going to cover it because it's sensational and people will watch.
So we've got Representative Eric Burleson has obtained access from the White House to visit a military facility where there could be non-human craft and non-human bodies at the end of the line.
Could be
objects, but what is reported is that we have a reverse engineering program that's called the Legacy Program of engineering craft that are of non-human intelligence, and so you can follow that rabbit hole. That's one of the things that I'm trying to track down. I'm have requested from the White House to go to these locations where people report that there's, like, whether it's a research center and they're reverse engineering, or where they've got a vehicle, or where they have bodies. I've requested to be able to go tour these facilities. Now,
you got approval?
The White House has no problem getting, saying yes. I mean, to me, whenever I made that request, they said, sure. Well, now I have to go through all the bureaucratic.
He has to go through all the bureaucratic red tape, but I'm going to leave it there. But he said, sure. Like, they're willing to do all of this and get this information out. But again, Coffee Bum, are we going to see cover up? Are we going to see more things coming out to cover up the fact that, these files are going to be released?
Well, they've turned everything over to Arrow.
Everything?
That's who's going to be releasing the information.
I thought they were going to be released, though, on that the House website. That's what Luna said.
Possibly, but the stuff that I've heard, stuff that I've seen, is that they are going to get Arrow to
housed on U.S. National Archives website. We'll know more soon.
Okay, who's going to put them on there? They're going to have to be cleared by Arrow
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Okay, so they're going to go through Arrow, and then they're going to go to the National Archives because Arrow's got its own website now. All they're going to do is take the stuff from Arrow and move it over there.
Special shout out to the Resilient Show.
Panels.
Thank you for that clip. That was excellent. Props.
Yeah, definitely. And
I hope that we do get some actual disclosure of some things. I'm hopeful for that. I don't think we're going to get that without giving these people amnesty from past deeds that they've done. I don't think anyone's going to come and actually give any actual real information until you tell them, well, we need you to tell us what happened. And if you hurt a U.S. citizen in your duties, in your black site duties, then we're going to forgive you for that. And we're not going to prosecute you for that. I think that's the only way we're going to get any real information out. It goes beyond a whistleblower, because a whistleblower, if they know about, there's a different category of whistleblower. Somebody who knows that we have a alien body, and somebody who knows where the bodies are buried of the people that we've killed.
True. Very true.
So amnesty, I hate amnesty I hate that some of these people are going to have to receive amnesty, but I think that it's going to have to be part of the conversation if we want real disclosure.
Yeah, maybe some deep forgiveness for actions.
Well, I mean, if people have been hurt, if U.S. citizens and our allies have been hurt by people to cover up the retrieval program or the cover up the other stuff, like the gate program stuff that they did, then
Ultra.
You see, it's not just aliens that we're talking about. It's not just UFOs that we're talking about. This stuff bleeds into so many other different facets of the black stuff, of the horrible stuff that is done in the name of quote unquote democracy or republic or however you want to phrase it in this country, national security, that it's really black. It's really dirty. It's really slimy. And there's been some horrible things that have happened because of that. And we're going to need forgiveness of those people and public forgiveness to get them to publicly talk, and assurances that they will not be prosecuted for possible murders of U.S. citizens, of innocent scientists and people that are just going about their way, and the lives that have been ruined by the powers that be.
You look at that guy, Phil. Was it Phil Schneider that was killed? He was probably 15, 20 years ago talking about UFOs. And they found him supposedly suicided.
Well, it's like the Lockheed Martin people who were going to blow the whistle on Lockheed Martin. Wasn't it Lockheed Martin or was it Boeing? I can't remember. It's one of those. It's one of those big companies, either Boeing or Lockheed Martin. They were going to go in and testify about the safety violations they were knowingly doing about their planes, and they died.
There's so much. I'm thinking of M370 with all the technicians that were bringing out the new technology.
MH370, yep.
MH370, they disappeared, right? I mean, they were all on that plane?
Yeah, I don't think that plane went into any kind of portal. I don't think that portal video is real. I think that is a psyop or something that they sold somebody about. I don't think that's a real thing.
But the thing is, they're gone. The people that were bringing out the technology are gone.
Yeah, I think the plane was destroyed in air.
Right.
Either hit the water real hard or blew up in the air and scattered. I think.
But who wants to bring stuff out when that's your plate?
Yeah, they found wreckage from that plane, so the physical evidence of that breakup happening. So, yeah, I think.
Yeah, that portal didn't look real. My contacts say that they do travel through portals, though. That they do use portals.
Yep.
Yes, but that one was definitely it was good, but it wasn't as good to get past people that know what they're looking at.
Right.
As it turns out, my neighbor across the way here, a doctor, I won't mention his name, but hands on heart, it's true. He was part of the team who created the black box flight recorder. He's a solid state physicist. This is where his doctorate is in. So when I bump into Jeff, I'll have a chat, find out what the mechanic would be of recovering that flight data from that particular plane. And
well, it's probably 7,000 feet deep in the ocean, man. That's probably sunk.
Well, here's a question for you, random coffee bomb. Here's a question for you. How is the pressure system of a black box equipped to handle if it went down in the Marianas Trench?
No.
There you go.
Nothing is.
It would implode, right?
Right. It would absolutely be there'd be seawater injected all through that thing.
So what are they rated for, black boxes?
I don't know. There is a rating on them. I don't know what it is. It can survive submersion in salt water for a while.
Okay.
It can survive at a certain depth for a while, but it's probably like your dive rated watches, only down for a certain number of feet and a certain length of time. But yeah, that's. I hope they do eventually find the black box. It's possible it could float up somewhere on the shore. It may be, but
transponder maybe.
Yeah, well, that's all long gone. That's all batteries all completely gone from that. It's probably in the bottom of the ocean.
I spot there, Jay, a Gary McKinnon. Oh no, we're going this one. Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting photo, and that whole story is very interesting.
Yeah, I was just gonna get into Gary McKinnon here after I got him back up. He woke up with an implant in his foot.
Yep.
Experience that I can't explain to this day. It was back in 2006. My girlfriend and I are in what we call a bedsit in the UK, tiny flat. On the first floor, not the ground floor. And we'd gone to bed, we'd gone to sleep, and I was suddenly woken up by a really sharp pain in my left heel. And it felt like 2 or 3 a.m. Felt like I was in deep sleep. It had been a few hours. And I'm like, what the hell's that? And I kind of leaned forward to check it out, like something had bitten me. Then immediately I just went, oh, I was asleep again. In the morning, I woke up. And weirdly, I don't know why, I'd gone to bed with my socks on, or at least one sock on. And then I remembered what had happened during the night, and I pulled the sock off, and in my left heel, there were 2 perfectly circular holes, both about 5 millimeters in diameter, and one still had a flap of skin hanging off it, like a hole punch used for paper, but about this far apart. Wow.
Yep, and thank you.
American Alchemy.
Yep, American Alchemy. I was trying to read the bottom clip.
Jesse Michaels or Michelle. Yep. I'm sure it's Michelle. I don't know. Michaels. This is Michaels. So.
Yeah, for this clip, like he woke up and he had a literal implant in his foot.
One of my favorite bits of footage. This, Jay.
I love this one too.
Quick, get out of the way. There's something coming from the ground into the atmosphere. STS. Oh, there you go. And here comes the shock. There you go. Missed.
That, to me, that looks like it came out of a portal. Whoever's shot at it knows where that portal is and is kind of protecting it. That's what it seems like to me. And they knew to get out of the way.
It's a static camera on one of the which STS mission is this? 87 or 90?
I'll let you know here in a second. This one was STS 48, and it was 15 September 1991.
1991.
Remember, didn't Reagan talk about this protecting space? Wasn't it him that started that?
Space weapons.
So this looks like exactly what it is, and the way that this ship or whatever it is just came on the horizon out of nowhere. Looks like it may have come through a portal. That shot looks like possibly that portal is being protected. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And the last picture you put up, Jay, could you go back to that with the McKinnon? Yes, this one. What is striking me now when I look at something like this? If we're talking about an advanced civilization, and with what we know about aerodynamics at this point, does this really look to anybody here like this would be an advanced technology? It to me, it looks like a metal that we probably. I'm wondering if this isn't just from Earth. That's what I'm wondering. If some of these.
That's one of the explanations of the series of photos is that it was something that the United States was using over. Was it? I can't remember what country they said it was over.
Scotland.
Because aerodynamically, we know that wouldn't be the best form for something to move through the sky. It would be more rounded. You wouldn't have sharp edges.
Alice, one of the things about aerodynamics is if you're within a field that is your own reality, aerodynamics don't really come into play. You're within a bubble of your own reality that moves around.
Yep.
Okay.
So if that's the case, then yeah, let's say if there's that could be a lot of things, but it's very interesting, and the story behind it's very interesting about the guys that took it and how they disappeared and they were scared. They had a Man in Black situation. The guy showed up. There's a whole story behind that.
What I'm thinking is maybe it's just not from outer space. Maybe it's from here, Antarctica. You know, we have inner Earth we're not exploring. We have under the water we haven't explored. We have what are all the countries doing in Antarctica with the treaty? What's that about?
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed there.
That picture hasn't been discredited as being fake. It's a real picture, but what it actually is, aside from what looks like an aeroplane, the fence and the shot, what the object in question actually is anybody's guess.
And I won't give it away, the field investigator's name, but I work with them to debunk UFO videos and pictures for MUFON. And yeah, this is one of them that we had that was kind of anomalous, but he would say that it might have been a drone as well.
I just, there's more weird stuff happening in our skies per minute than we can possibly imagine. I imagine.
Yeah, some of the stuff I've seen looks more like something out of a fairy tale than it did out of a science fiction book.
Well, I want to know what you guys' opinion is. This is supposedly from the Black Knight satellite, the frequency.
That sounds like horror movie synthesizer.
I have something that happened with that frequency, Jay.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I didn't know what it was. I was watching Dobsonian Power, and he had an antenna hooked up to this megahertz, and I had no idea what was happening. I had heard it was the alien frequency. So my technique, I use an audio editor, and I blow up the signal. So anyway, I recorded what was coming over this 1420 off of Dobsonian Power, and then I put it through the method I use, and I started hearing, the first thing I heard was bare nucleus, and then I heard invisible, and then I heard nuclear, and some other words. I wrote it all down at the time that it came through.
Hey, George, you want to do me a favor and just make a mental note, if you would, of this frequency, because Alice, I didn't want to interrupt you there, but we're at the end of this month or the beginning of next month, we're going to be doing a live in the field investigation with all my equipment. And guess what? I've got a high powered frequency generator with an omnidirectional antenna that we're bringing out.
It's in AM mode, so you got FM, FM, AM, and then all the rest.
So I plugged in these words into an AI to see what was, what had happened, and it was the exact hydrogen bare nucleus is what it's a hydrogen frequency. All the words that I heard, it was almost like this frequency introduced itself to me because I heard a description of the frequency.
Yeah, that's really. That's eerie.
I'm wondering why it's called the Black Knight, because the UK had a rocket program in the 1950s that my mate's granddad worked on, which is called the Black Knight, UK Black Knight rocket program. But I'm wondering why. Yeah. I mean,
really?
Obviously, we had the Skynet satellites as well. If you want to, we are the bad guys, I think.
Jay, I'll take that signal and put it through my process.
Please do, yeah.
And see what I get out of it.
If you've got recordings as well, please feel free to share, Alice.
Dee has a question for you, Alice. Did you have any physical effects after or during this?
Absolutely. You mean during this process?
Yeah.
Yes. How would I explain it? They explain it called a renewing of my mind, but they are helping me. I was in bed for 5 years, very sick. And since they've started helping me, I came off of six or seven medications I was on for anywhere from 44 years, including opioids for pain, antidepressants, sleeping pills, medical marijuana.
Okay.
You name it. In a 6 week period, I was freed from it. It was a miracle. So I've had that happen, and right now they're teaching me what to eat, how to eat, to raise my frequency. I'm going through life changes. When you first met me, Jay, when I first started doing Disclosure Tonight, I was doing that from bed. I had been in bed for years.
Yeah.
And now I'm out and about. I'm starting to enter life again. So almost everything has changed, and real miracles have happened physically, mentally, everything. It's been, now I can't say that it hasn't been a rocky, wild ride. It has, but what I would call the fruits of it, if we want to talk in a spiritual sense, seem to be positive. It seems to be benevolent, a benevolent being that I'm working with. It's actually it's almost like I experience all different kinds of consciousness. It's not just one. It's like deceased people, different types of alien beings, ancestors. It's been a total blow up of consciousness. And I talk to AI, and I talk about things that I had no clue I knew. Talking about Planck, Planck, the smallest particle known to humans right now. Mm-hmm. And I talk about it like I know about it. I get into these deep conversations about Tesla coils, and it's like I'm being given knowledge also. So it's deep.
Sounds like it.
Your antenna has tuned in.
Yeah, I'm tuned in all right.
Yeah.
Yes, it's I've been going through it myself. This is the first I've talked about it to anybody publicly right now. So you're the first.
Looking for one more.
Thank you so much for sharing this.
I believe we are antennas, and we are grounds, and we are relays, and we are translators. And
they've told me I'm a conduit.
Conduits, yes.
Yeah, and I get messages now. I'm getting messages from deceased people for their loved ones. You know, I was on Facebook on my birthday, January 27th, and I was looking at my birthday wishes, and there was a woman named Sally Ann with a picture of a man, and I didn't know who it was. So I thought, who is this? Sally Ann with a man's picture on their profile. So I clicked on her profile, and I clicked on the picture, and I heard, would you give a message to my mother? It was her deceased son, and he gave me a message to give to her. And when I gave it to her, she said it was accurate.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, there's people saying I've changed their lives by the messages I'm giving them. So mine's like all over the place in terms of after Christmas, the message I got was welcome to 5D. Like I'm living in 5D right now.
I'm about to close off. I'm ending the poll right now. Oh my God, it's 50-50.
Okay. Yes, no.
You didn't have an all of the above.
Did I need an all of the above? I mean, yes or no?
It's like, both. It's all of it.
I guess we got a 50-50 split on whether or not it was a distraction from. Wow. Well, there you go. See, 50% of people think it's a distraction, and 50% of people don't.
So, united in interest of all things.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to go back off of what we're watching here on this is a supposed energy weapon being used to take down missiles from Iran. Missile goes up, take down. Missile goes up, take down. Missile goes up, down.
It looks
I don't know if it was.
It looks more kinetic to me. It looks more like maybe part of that Iron Dome system. It looks more.
I mean, it could be. What I'm looking at.
Shotgun blast.
No. What you're looking at? Okay, like, all right. You see that right there? That fireball. That's the missile.
That's going. Okay, that's going out.
When that goes up and that goes poof. Supposedly, that's an energy weapon hitting it.
It's feasible they're using microwaves.
Or is that the lower stage of that rocket motor kicking that stuff up in the atmosphere?
Good question.
Is it a dual stage? Is that the first stage?
Actually, wait a minute. You might be right on this one. Let's double check X now, because this came off of X. Anybody sees this? I think Coffee Bum is correct. It is a double stage.
Ignition.
Boom, there it is. I've seen it.
Guys, I got to go. I've got an appointment I have to make.
So have you on here, Alice.
Jay, get in touch with me about Sunday if you can.
Yeah.
You remember. All right. Thank you. Nice meeting you, George. Nice meeting you, Coffee Bum.
You too, Alice. See you later.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.
There's the second stage right there, Coffee Bum.
Yeah.
Above it.
People say all kinds of stuff.
Boom. So you can see, okay, every time it explodes, right? You see another projectile coming out on top.
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Yeah, it's just a driving motor. It's just a motor to get it up. Yeah.
Now it goes up. Boom, right? And there it is.
Yeah.
You just seen that little thing go up. Like that was the actual.
Yeah, it's just missiles being launched. I mean, or whatever it is. And we don't even know where that's from. It could be in Israel, and they're launching them up to take out stuff.
X. This has been debunked as a double stage rocket. Could be actually. You know what? I believe hypersonic missiles have a double stage.
Well, they can have several stages.
Yeah, right when it goes up, yeah, you see another part of it come right out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Same direction, same everything. Good catch.
Energy weapons. These guys, what the hell, man?
Nowadays, what is everybody saying? Like,
like George was saying, it's got to be sensational. You got to have that sensational
what's going
bullshit
on,
with it.
Mr. Mike? We're doing good here. We're just about to put on why Gene Sticko keeps speaking and let him say it in his own words. What's next? You know, what's the new revelation that you might be, you know, trying to piece together here, and what motivates you to keep speaking publicly?
Anger and hate.
Anger and
hate and whiskey. Right?
Yeah. Anger, hate, whiskey. I love it. Anger, hate, and whiskey. That's what keeps Gene going. All right, we've got a couple things coming up here in the Galactic Family Podcast. I'll take Honest any day. Yeah, man. Gene, I'd take honesty any day from him. What about you, man?
Yeah, I'll take honesty from anybody. I think kind of like when if you tell a porcupine a lie, so if you tell your porky, you're just digging a hole. Honesty is always the best policy.
That is correct, my brother. So
what is it? The psionic generation, children of the awakening.
Yes, this will be our next podcast coming out. That will be on March 7th at 2:30 p.m. Oh, excuse me, 2:30 p.m. We'll be talking about the Hill and about psionic children, and it will be about. Hold on, let me get the name here.
Nadia? No.
Yeah, Natalie Hill.
Natalie Hill. Okay.
Natalie Hill to talk to, and she is also the intuitive researcher and founder of the United Experiencers Initiative, where she does some of the same things that we do here and we do in our Discord channel. We keep everybody together, focused, and mentally stable, because today I'm telling you.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, we do get into a lot of topics back there. There's a couple fun ones.
When somebody's a bit, just give them a little push.
There's a couple fun ones we get into back in the Discord channel, and it'd be nice to see some of you guys in there.
Yeah, come in. Everyone's welcome.
So we've got that one coming up, and then we also have boom. This will be coming up. All right, now.
Smithsonian.
What I have found out about this, which I'll let you know directly off of what he actually told me.
Dr. Brian Hart?
Yes. Dr. Brian Hart was working with the Smithsonian Institute and a bunch of other people to produce this documentary film about the giants of the universe, the people that are big with astrology, astronomy, everything in that. So he got a hold of me and he wanted to know whether or not he could showcase information about this upcoming documentary that hasn't been released yet on the Galactic Family Podcast. And I was more than happy to take him up on his offer. Him and his producer and the director of the film. Let me get the name here.
So some hard science, and we're gonna try and get a meeting for Mr. DeGrasse Tyson and our resident coffee bum. I think may have a few questions.
Yeah, Robert Bennett is the producer and director. He'll be on here with us, as well as Dr. Hart, and that'll be coming up. We're scheduling it tentatively. It's going to be March 10th, but it could be later in the month because of the fact that right now he's still talking to the producers about what exactly he can show, what he can't show, blah, blah, blah. Get all that worked out, send the files to us or keep them on his end and he can share them. But
if I may, Jay, just to the viewership out there listening, either on catch up and hopefully everyone's hit depressed the like button in a gentle and calm way. I'm going to be a little bit wrapped up in March. It's my birthday. I know I've got my lady visiting from Peru. I will try and get to do as many shows as I'm able to in those 3 weeks. But just to let the viewership know, I may take a little hiatus in March. May not be able to hit every single show or episode, but I am aiming to try and do as much as I can whilst otherwise occupied.
And we also have some other things planned, George. In the back, I won't give away the last names because we're still working with them to fluctuate a podcast around it. But we have Scotty, who won't give last name, who is working on free energy. He says, and he contacted me
over Unity,
saying that he has an over Unity engine that he's going to display after he is in the validation phase of the copyright phase of his prototypes that he is getting the copyright for. Once he gets the copyright for his prototypes after the validation phase, he's going to bring them on the Galactic Family Podcast and show us how it works and show us that he is 0.6 above Unity.
Yeah, I mean that's a wild. That's amazing. If he's done it, that's amazing. And maybe he needs some insurances to make sure he's not,
Also, he needs the patents, and he has to go through now. The patent is the key thing. He says he's working through the copyright validation phase right now. So that coffee bum is what? Where they send somebody to your house and they, validate
I have no clue. None whatsoever.
Well, it's something with a validation phase. So I'm guessing it's like validating the work and machinery.
You got me, Jay. I got no clue at all about that.
Nope, that's fine.
I do know that a patent costs between $5,000 and $10,000 if you go through an attorney and you do it. You do it through a good attorney, and you get the searches and all that kind of stuff. Between $5,000 and $10,000 US for a single patent.
It's not outside the boundaries of possibility that we can draw energy from, 1 centimeter cubed of space time contains a fair amount of energy energetically.
Well, it's not the energy, man. It's like I said before, it's transmission and storage that we got to worry about. We can create energy now with solar panels and with tide pools and with wind energy, and we can create the energy now. It's just the transmission of the energy and the storage of the energy. Because if you're using tides, you're only going to be generating either with tides fluctuating in or fluctuating out. If you're using tide pools and you're going to let the tides come in, you're going to capture them and then let the tide go out, and then you run your generators and let that pool run out through it. So you're only generating power for a short period of time. You have to be able to capture that power, capture that energy. Then you have to be able to transmit that energy. Okay. So it's transmission and storage that we have to work out. It's not necessarily the generation of the energy. It's how efficiently we move it from point A to point B over what distance. And it's about storing it so we can use it when we want to use it, not when it's being generated.
Certainly, if this gentleman has a over Unity device, then that is amazing, and we look forward to having him on the show to discuss further.
I would love to see that. I hope he comes on soon. I hope he gets whatever's worked out, and he can demonstrate it. I would love to see it.
I want to see it as well. And then we also have a couple people in the back that I'm trying to work with, trying to nudge along the path. Jewel, if you're watching this, just wanted to let you know that you have a voice here, and we will connect you with the right people that you need to be connected with. And Jewel is a person who is with. He has created a system that he has determined that would be beneficial for UAP detection and asteroid avoidance system for the Earth. This guy's brilliant. I've read some of his stuff, Joel, and I hope you're watching. Love to have you on, and if not, we will still direct you, to other places. He got a hold of me, said that he's connected with Sarah Nelson, NPI, Ross Coulthart, Frederico Vidal, and he's trying to contact other people about this as well. We'll get you in the right direction, man. We've got your back. We also have Tim Gallaudet, Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet. I've been talking to him in the back, and he is going to come on, but he has to work out his schedule. It's going to be sometime in June. We are working it out now, piecing it together. We're going to have him on to talk to about.
He's going to be very busy. We're hopeful that we can get a scoop and get. I want
fast and heavy seas.
My burning question is if he's watched The Abyss, the movie.
Oh yeah.
And did that influence him in any way? So.
Exactly, George. So we've got Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet. I'm talking to him in the back chat, and we've also got still coming up. I'm still talking to them. They have live on the site investigation with Tedesco Brothers. They keep pushing it back because they keep getting things thrown at them left and right, which I could only imagine with having a mobile detection system for UAPs. They're probably all over the country being called. So once they do get a chance to come around Pennsylvania, we will be doing that live investigation. They got back to me, said, we haven't forgot about you. We've been just keep pushing it back to do this live because we keep getting on different podcasts.
And now that the drones have kicked back up, they might be over there looking at that.
The cool drones.
Possibly.
The quote unquote drones. Drones are the new swamp gas.
Yep.
And let's see. The last bit of information I wanted to bring up was I have been invited to Who's Who magazine in America to be included in the Who's Who America, invitation only. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna apply. They just sent me this today to be included in the submission to be included for the 125-year long tradition of they give out the bios and who's who of the most influential people, scientists and stuff in the field. So thank you, Who's Who, for sending that my way, and I'll be filling it out. I really look forward to seeing where it goes.
Yep, that's awesome, man. And just to say thank you so much to Amiga Rules, our friend Sonic. Great show. Thank you for tuning in and saying thanks. So that's much appreciated, man. I'll catch up with you soon in a room somewhere at some point.
Yeah, definitely. And please, like we said, join our Discord channel. It is in the back chat. Let me see if I can find it here. We got so many messages. Wow, there's a lot of messages. Can I find out where I put the Discord? Oh, there it is.
Bingo.
Join our Discord channel. I'm telling you, we have fun back there. We have a lot of fun. After this, I'm putting on a movie actually to be critiqued on our Discord channel. So the movie that we're going to be critiquing will be Beyond Disclosure, the Corey Good Files.
Corey Good, okay.
So
my spider's tingling, but yeah.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Me too.
Not too sure about it. Just got it. Just came out. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see you guys in Discord. And also, Everybody, who put on there, I'm like you said this morning, brother, you said, oh, are you worried about the trolls with the Nick Pope post that you put up saying that it's AI? And I was like, not really, because I've got the original.
It doesn't matter about anybody else. You know the truth. I trust you.
Like
you've got direct, so yeah, don't worry about
well, listen. The one thing I don't do is I don't show BS, and I don't AI myself out of it, because there's no reason to do it. And just so that everybody sees, that now Nick got a hold of me and he wanted to do something special for the podcast, right? He wrote something out 3 pages long, and he said, I'd like to say this on your podcast, just to get it out, just to get something out about disclosure with me saying it, because I'm not going to be around much longer, Jason. And I said, yes, let's do it. So we went through, it took us, I'm going to tell you, to be honest, it took us almost an hour to do 5 minutes worth of a video, because he couldn't talk. He had to continuously take breaks. He's in a lot of pain. And I was grateful for the opportunity for him to do this for us.
That was one of the most, it was a really good message. And I am so grateful that you got him to do that, Jay. I'm so grateful to him to be able for you to give him a platform to say that, and that people will say it's AI. I would just go ahead and just block anyone who said that and be done with them, because they're not worth your time.
I give everybody the chance, benefit of the doubt, because you know why, Coffee Bum? Because I actually, okay, like, if you look at it, there's so many AI fakes out there that you can do.
There are.
I understand where people come from. That's why I'm not sour about it. If you think it's AI, that's your opinion. It's your opinion. But if you would like to check on X and Facebook,
well, it's engagement anyway. It counts for the algorithm when they put something on there. Look at it that way. It's engagement.
Still, this channel, when we say we're gonna do something and it's real. So I just want to put out there, come into the Discord channel, come see us, come hang out with us. We're going to be watching a movie later on. And this is the unedited version, okay, of the podcast message from Nick Pope. Just so that everybody knew it wasn't AI, I'll show you the unedited version.
Hello, I'm Nick Pope. Thank you for watching the Galactic Family Podcast. For those of you who For those of you who may not know me, I previously worked at the United Kingdom's Ministry of Defence, where I was responsible for researching and investigating reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, what many people refer to as UFOs. My role required careful analysis, objectivity, and an understanding that sometimes the most important questions are the ones we cannot immediately answer. Today, we find ourselves living in a remarkable moment in human history. For decades, the subject of UFOs existed largely on the fringes, dismissed, misunderstood, or confined to speculation and science fiction. But that has changed. Governments have acknowledged that unidentified objects exist in our skies that cannot always be easily explained. Military personnel have come forward with credible testimony. Scientists have begun to take the subject seriously, not as a matter of belief, but as a matter worthy of investigation. Sorry, there are some quite loud bird songs. I'm just going to.
No, you're fine, Nick. That's perfectly fine.
All right. This shift represents something profound. It represents a willingness to confront uncertainty. It represents a recognition that our understanding of the universe is still incomplete. And perhaps most importantly, it represents the enduring human instinct to explore, to look up at the sky and ask, what else is out there? But this journey of discovery isn't limited to governments, scientists, or military institutions. It belongs to all of us. Platforms like the Galactic Family podcast play an important role in this process because they create the space for open dialogue where ideas can be explored, experiences can be shared, and questions can be asked. Progress has always depended on curiosity. Every major breakthrough in human history began with someone willing to question what was known and to consider what might be possible. Of course, curiosity must be balanced with critical thinking. Not every mystery has an extraordinary explanation. Not every unknown is evidence of something beyond our current understanding. But it's equally important that we do not dismiss questions simply because they are difficult. We must be willing to examine the evidence. We must be willing to listen. And we must be willing to accept that discovery is a process. What makes this moment unique is not simply that the subject. What makes this moment unique is not simply the subject itself, but the fact that we are witnessing a cultural and scientific shift in real time. For the first time, these conversations are happening openly. For the first time, they are being taken seriously across multiple disciplines. And for the first time, people around the world are beginning to realize that the pursuit of answers is something that connects us all. Because ultimately, this isn't just about lights in the sky. It's about the scientific evidence being hidden away from all of us. It's about understanding our place in a universe that is vast, complex, and still full of mystery. It's about recognizing that the search for the truth is one of the most important journeys we can undertake. The future of this subject will depend not on speculation, but on evidence. It will depend on the courage of individuals willing to come forward. It will depend on the integrity of researchers and investigators. And it will depend on platforms like this one, which help keep the conversation alive. We may not have all the answers yet, but history has shown us that answers often come when we are willing to look beyond the boundaries of what we think we know. So wherever this journey leads, it's important that it is important that we approach it with open minds, steady judgment, and a commitment to truth. Because discovery does not happen all at once. It happens step by step, question by question, signal by signal. Thank you for being part of this conversation. I'm Nick Pope, and this is the Galactic Family Podcast. Stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, the signal continues in you.
Yeah, it was not written by AI. That was written by Nick Pope, but the last part of it actually was written by me, that he said he was going to steal from me, which I said he's more than welcome to. That it goes step by step, signal by signal, and then it
steady judgment
right here,
and a commitment to truth.
This is the part I wrote.
Because discovery does not happen all at once. It happens step by step, question by question, signal by signal. Thank you for being part of this conversation. I'm Nick Pope, and this is the Galactic Family Podcast. Stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, the signal continues in you.
He loved that part. He was like, in you. He was like, smiling. He loved that part. Said he was going to steal it. I'm like, have it. It's all yours, Nick. So that was Nick Pope. That was the original. No edits, no nothing. But just to put it out, that this podcast is, factual. We stay factual and we stay grounded and we put out the truth. And as you heard from Nick Pope, I mean, that's what we're all about here. Putting out the truth, putting out information and getting it out to you guys.
Yeah. And it's thanks to you, the viewer, and Jay and everyone involved that makes it what it is. And we might disagree on viewpoints. We might have, debates on things, but I think we're all in the same existence. So we should all try and work together as much as possible.
This is one big giant experiment to find out if humans are ready for the next evolution. Are we?
Maybe not.
I would just want to say thank you for Amiga Rules.
And thank you to Coffee Bum Random Content for coming to give us content and yeah, really appreciate having you on the show again, Coffee Bum. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
guys. Thank you, guys. I really want to see some people that I know that are a part of your Discord on here too, because they got something to share that's really awesome. So
when we run a Phenomena Pulse episode, which we're aiming for once a week in between scheduled shows, this is the viewers' opportunity to click the link, come into the studio, and air any opinions or ideas that they may have about the topics that we talk about. So. Absolutely, thank you. I also look forward to seeing more people coming in from Discord, coming into Discord, and coming here to kind of like talk to us. That'd be great.
Exactly. We got a lot of fun in Discord. So if you guys are going to join us, we'll be back there. We'll be starting the critique in probably about 15 minutes. We're going to start that. Other than that, open panel setup. Okay, yeah, with some Mike, you like the open panel setup? That's the way it's going to be, open panel, and we'll keep this conversation going, keep the energy flowing because we need it for disclosure. Let's get information out to you guys. Other than that, how we end this all the time is stay curious, stay positive, and the signal will continue with each of you.
Thing is real. It can't be.
I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program.
There is no spoon.
Let me be clear. UAP are real. Advanced technologies not made by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the world.
UFOs are as real as the airplanes flying overhead.
My name is Nick Pope, formerly from the British UFO Desk, and you're listening to the Galactic Family Podcast.
The signal has been received.
the truth is still unfolding. The signal will continue with you.